This is Dangerous Things, a biohacking company run out of a garage in Mount Vernon, Washington, started by Emil Goffstra, a pioneer of RFID implants since the mid-2000s. Motherboard traveled to Dangerous Things garage headquarters to get a peek at some of Emil's new projects, including an exclusive first look at a never-before-seen prototype, the world's first implant-activated smart gun.
This is just a gun you buy from the gun store, and what you've added to it is just the implant in your hand. And what else?
And inside of here, there's a reader assembly and an antenna assembly. So when I grip the weapon, it reads the implant and unlocks the trigger.
So if I try to pull the trigger, because I have no implant, it theoretically should not fire, right?
Correct.
And yeah, it definitely does not pull the trigger. Safety's not on or anything.
Right.
So then when you try...
So then if I grab the weapon...
Would you consider yourself a gun guy, or are you kind of only doing this, as like a proof of concept from the biohacking end of things?
I wouldn't say I'm a gun enthusiast. Operated correctly by, sane people, they're fine. But, to be able to, in the state of Washington, go into the gun store, hand over my license, and 15 minutes later walk out with this, it's not exactly the best system to just kind of allow people to purchase these willy-nilly. But that's why I think the smart gun concept is important, because eventually, we'll be able to actually control who is able to operate the weapon once it leaves the store, and I think that's important.
Is there anyone else doing RFID smart gun stuff?
They're doing it with different kinds of technologies.
Implants, or?
Sure. No, this is world first. The biggest argument against smart guns is that when you need it, then it's not going to function correctly. The wristband's not going to be on or not work. The fingerprint reader's not going to work. So we're trying to jump over those hurdles and solve the problem in a way that you can't forget your activation token. Right? It's there. It's readable by the weapon, and it'll work.
Does it run on batteries?
Yeah, there's a power source inside.
So what happens when the battery on the receiver dies and someone like myself without an implant picks up the gun and tries to fire it? Would it work?
You could have it do what's called fail-safe or fail-secure. And in a gun context, fail-safe would be the trigger is unlocked. Fail-secure would mean the trigger remains locked. And there might even be an option for allowing the owner to select fail-safe or fail-secure.
RFIDs have been around for a while, but here is a new, obviously controversial use.
Yeah, it's two old technologies coming together in a new way, so.
The next step for Emil is meeting with gun manufacturers.
It's just a prototype. It's an example of what could be possible. So maybe one day we'll be working with weapons manufacturers and taking our brand of smart gun to the market. The assumption is that the fun.
All right, before I get started with this lesson, under the Fair Use Act, I can use this video, and I am not making any profit off of this video. I'm using this video for educational purposes to show what is happening worldwide, okay? And secondly, I want to get started, by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Kadash, which Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that's his true name. And Kadash is the Holy Spirit. I'm also going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well in the scriptures. And salutations to all the brothers out there who push the word in all truth and in all sincerity. And, pretty much we just saw, a video from, Vice Asia. And it was talking about how you're going to have, basically you have guns out there that, in order to activate them, you have to have your specific RFID chip, okay? The only person that will be able to use that, specific gun is you. If and that's it. And you see, this RFID microchip, all right, which is the mark of the beast, is slowly but surely getting pushed on all aspects of life, okay? It's going to be used for identification purposes. It's going to have, your money on there. It's going to be the new source of, it's basically going to be the new currency. What else? It's going to be a GPS, tracker. It's gonna have all your medical information on there, so on and so forth. Okay, and this RFID chip is the mark of the beast that the scriptures talk about in Revelations, the 13th chapter, which we'll read right now. This is Revelation 13 and 16, and it says, "And he causeth all." And who is that he? That's talking about Esau Edom, all right? The self-proclaimed white man, all right? The elites, all right, of this nation, which are the, international bankers, which consist of, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, the Gettys, so on and so forth. These elite, banking families, they are the ones that are, ruling right now. And so they're going to cause all, okay, doesn't matter who it is. And that word causeth in the Greek is pieo, okay, which means, basically means that they're going to form or construct, okay. Pretty much they're going to make this situation happen. They're going to force it upon you whether you like it or not. They're not going to give you any other option, all right. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, okay, whether you be, young, old, all right, rich or poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word mark right there is the Greek word charagma, which means basically a cutting or an incision in the flesh, meaning that you're going to get something in you. You're going to have something, be implanted in you. And in order to get that microchip, you have to cut your flesh open so they can insert that microchip in you. Okay? See, this is what's coming to pass right before our eyes. Everything is they're going to use basically everything with that chip. Okay? And if you don't have it, you're going to basically be an outcast of this society. You're not going to be able to function anymore. Okay? And it says, I'm going to keep reading, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So in order to buy or sell, in order for you to basically function in this society, for you to be able to move around, you're going to have that have You're going to have that chip in you. Okay? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 600, 66, all right, which is 666, all right, which that's, Esau Edom's, number basically. All right, you look at the, barcodes, 666. This guy's obsessed with 666, Baphomet, all that. This is this man's number. All right. This is his, kingdom. You have to, basically, get this thing in order to function. And if you get that chip, that's you basically bowing down to this man, saying that he's your master. Okay? And that's why it talks about, the hour of temptation, which we'll get real quick in Revelation, the third chapter here. Revelation 3 and I think it's, what was that, 10? Yep. Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, give me one moment. Like how it said there. It talks about the hour of temptation, how it's going to come upon the whole world. Everyone's going to be tried. Everyone's going to be tested. Are you going to take that chip or not? There's going to be a time period where, it's going to look good. That's because, you're going to have nothing. But you have to, resist. You're going to have to basically lean on the Heavenly Father and His Son, for food, for protection, for shelter, all of that. And that shows, faith. And you see the elect of the nation of Israel, they're gonna have that faith. The elect is going to have that faith. Because it's, they're born with that. You know? They're born with that faith. It's created in the womb, as the scriptures say. But, all in all, though, this mark is coming. All right? This mark is coming. And I'll end it off with this Habakkuk 2. Now, this RFID chip is not something that, it might happen, or if it does happen, it's going to happen, 100 years from now. No, this is here. It's in our faces. Okay? And it's only a matter of time before, this chip is forced on the people. It becomes mandatory to have it. Okay? And that's that. It's only a matter of time. All right? But this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. And it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." And that vision is going into the prophecies. And one of the prophecies is that RFID microchip, being forced on the people. So it has an appointed time, meaning a set time when it's going to pass. And we know we're getting closer and closer to that, that time period for the RFID microchip, where it's going to be, completely forced on the people. All right. And it says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry." And you see, these things, they're not going to be delayed anymore. These things aren't going to, it's not going to be something that's, going to happen, like I said, 100 years from now. This stuff is going to happen in our lifetime. The signs are here. You see this stuff, coming, more and more. You see things, happening at such a rapid rate now. All right. But that's basically it. I just wanted to give a little quick update on that. And with that, I'm just going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom.